Yo, what is going on, you guys? It is Saio, and I am back once again with yet another video for you guys. And today, this video is a little bit different because I am playing Naruto the Boruto Shinobi Striker. Yes, I'm playing something very different to this channel, and I can't say that I am very excited to bring it to you guys because I actually had a lot of fun during this open beta. Bandai Namco recently released open beta for this game, and it was playable on Xbox, so I say, yo, I gotta try this out. So I immediately hopped on when the first session opened up, which was like at a very weird time. It was like 2 in the morning. I was just getting off work, so it was all good because I got to play the whole session. And off first impression, I was like, yo, this is weird, because it felt stiff at first until I started moving around a little more. Then I got used to the combat. Then I actually hopped on PvP, and I wrecked. I picked the range type, and before you say anything about the range type, I actually really did enjoy it. I think I went like 8-0. I may have the screenshot of it. I'll probably post on the screen right here. And I actually had a really good time doing what I did in that match. It felt like I was button mashing. I actually had, but it is what it is. For now, I'm just doing a post commentary talking about my overall experience of the game and what I liked and what I hope for in the future. Now, my first match was cool. I get into the second match, third match. It was like, oh man, I gotta figure out the buttons. So eventually, I started like understanding it more and more and more, and I got better and better and better. And eventually, I experimented with different classes. These different classes include the defense, strike, healing, and of course range is the one that I play with for the most part. They also let you play with different characters like Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Kakashi, and Yamato. They all have their different abilities as well that complement each other depending on what game mode you were in. Now, for the game modes you were in, they only included 2 that you got to play with. They were close combat, which is basically like a team deathmatch, and also base attack, which is like a domination sort of. You basically hold the points until the time runs out. It is not really a point system telling you like if you have the most points. It's like a bar that fills up over time for you having the most points. If your bar is filled up the most, then you win the game. But if you're down, you actually have 2 of the points or 3 of the points. It pushes you to overtime, and you basically gotta maintain it for a certain time frame, and your team comes back and wins. There's a couple games like that. I think I may have the gameplay for them where I do that. I'll probably show it off in this video if I have them. But I enjoyed my time playing it. I got to play with the different types. I played with the defense type a little bit. I played with strike. I don't know why I didn't really like strike. I felt like certain moves just felt dumb used in certain situations, unlike with other things, especially with people moving around the way they do. And healing, I play a little bit. I think I'm gonna give it a little bit more some time when the other session, which is gonna be coming out the 26th to the 28th, and I'll actually like play with more, show off some of the characters, and produce a little bit more content on that. But for now, I'm going to continue explaining my first experiences with this open beta. The best thing about this open beta is I got to play with my friends, which is A1 for me. I got to actually invite my friends. We went in and wrecked stuff. It was very fun. It was entertaining. I wish I actually got my recordings to work, but I've been having like troubles lately trying to maintain the clips and everything working. It's just been a mess, but hopefully in the near future I'll be able to get a constant flow of that and produce more content for you guys, because my friends love when I post videos like this, and I love to include them in it, and hopefully in the future it won't be an issue. But I got to play with my friends. We figure out things that complement each other with these jutsus. Like for example, when someone has sand barrier jutsu and they're on a point, you use paralysis jutsu on the healing type, and it stops them from using their shield, and then your team can jump in and cause havoc, and it's very fun that way. It's a couple other things I miss right now, but I'm not going to get too much into that for now. I'm basically going to explain how I started off. When I started off, you know, this is a new game, so you're you're not going to do so hot at first. For some reason, my first game I went off. Maybe just the class I had or what, but I went off the first game. And later on, I started developing my skills more and more, and came back with some fire, literally fire. Overall, my thoughts on the current game state is it's in a nice spot, but there's certain things that concern me, like I guess Fireball Jutsu and Phoenix Flower Jutsu on the range type. I think it's a little OP. I feel like what everybody else is saying, even though I like using the class, it does do a lot of damage, and the homing on it doesn't make it any better. I think they should nerf the damage a little bit if they're going to have the homing on it, because there's a lot of other moves that don't really have homing. It kind of like sucks, and I guess I understand why, because it is supposed to be a range type, so you're going to use that long range and you're going to do things that other classes can't do. But if you want to do that, I think nerfing the damage will help in the long run. Another negative that I've ran into, it's minor because all games do this. It was lagging in certain parts, but like the lagging for this game was incredible, because when the game lags, you're lagging on the wall, you're skipping back and forth. It's kind of frustrating, and I'll love to see if this game developer, I don't remember the name of the game developer, fixes this and kind of cleans up that and polishes it so it's not as bad. But we have to wait and see. I don't expect much of it, because like I said, it's a very minor thing. All games do this unless they have like dedicated servers, which I doubt this game will get, but it's something that you shouldn't really have to worry about. Hopefully you don't run into this problem too often, because for the most part the open beta played out very well. It was rare when I lagged, and it was pretty fun, so on. Another concern I have is the lock-on system. Now, it's weird at first, because when you push right stick, and you're probably going to be doing around a bunch of people, they're going to be jumping all around you. You're trying to focus on one guy, the next you know, the other guy comes, and then you got to focus on them. It's something that I think is a learning curve too, and that you got to get used to. But I feel as though that in time you get better and better, so don't give up on the lock-on system. Around the end of the last session I played, I actually started experimenting with the lock-on system. When is it really like good to use, when it's not good to use? Personally, I think it's very good to use in 2v1 situations. Say it's just you versus two of your enemies. You can isolate one and then attack the other. You can defend yourself. You can reflect to get one off of you, and then cast the jutsu on them. Meanwhile, you switching your lock on them. It's a lot of things you can do with that lock-on system. It's like I said, it's a learning curve. So if you're not liking it so far, I think you should just give it more time, experiment a little bit more, put yourself in different situations where it'll work out more, be more defensive depending on what it may happen, and you'll get the hang of it. Now, the situations where I think it's not good to really use is when all your enemies is on one point and is just you or you and your team, and there's just so much going on. I think the freeform lock is actually pretty good to use right there, because you can put yourself in a situation where you're looking at one person and you can attack them. You may get an enemy behind you, but what you can do is sub, because most likely what's going to happen is you probably may knock them away, then their enemy is going to come attack you, and then when you sub, you can target them and then put your full focus on them. Hopefully that could work. Give or take, you have to really think about what you do next after subbing, and in time, I think once everybody gets used to the game, it won't be too much of a problem. But that's one of my concerns I have. Lock-on system is weird at first, but I think it's just a learning curve thing. What do you guys think of the game so far? What are some of the negatives that you believe are in the game? Just leave that in the comment section down below. Give me your guys' thoughts. I love to talk to you guys about this game because it's very new, and I would love to put more content out on this. If you're loving it, please be sure to like the video, because it'll tell me whether I should keep putting on videos like this. And honestly, I would love to. So if you like it, I'll like it, and we can move forward together. What I hope for in this game is there's a wide selection of characters that are coming to the game. I know they revealed a bunch of characters before the open betas were dropped, and I know it's going to be a nice size roster, but I think with the addition of other characters will really make this game go insane. It's very different to be able to do something objective wise in like a game like this. Usually I'm used to Naruto being like a straight up fighting game. It has my interest for a little while, then I'm like whatever. But this game really has my interest, and I haven't actually played a Naruto game in some time now. It's probably why I'm really interested in the game and want to be really invested in the game. Now, what else I hope for is they actually keep things balanced, sort of. Like I was saying before, I think they should nerf Fireball and Phoenix Fire Jutsu to some extent. Maybe the damage, mainly I think if they nerf the damage, it won't be as bad. Of course, you won't get knocked back by the move because it is a jutsu. There's other jutsus that do the same thing, knock you back and then throw you against the wall. But I think if you see it coming, you can probably defend yourself a little bit better, etc. I don't know what other moves they could be nerfing. Actually, no. I know one move they could nerf. I think the timing on Sandberry Jutsu. I think that Jutsu is just up way too long than they need to be. By the time their Jutsu ends, they already have the point basically almost captured, and it's annoying when your teammate isn't doing what they're supposed to do if they're a healer and paralyzing them, or they basically almost have a capture and then capture it. It's a pain, but I think it's something that the developers can adjust, and if we can move on forward. Tell me guys what you think of this game so far. Do you like it? You hate it? I love it a lot. I probably will be doing another video on it very soon. Maybe some highlights of the gameplays that I have with the last sessions coming out, because with this session I ran into a bunch of errors with my equipment and I didn't get to really get the feel of the game with my friends and with my commentary. It's been annoying, but you know what, I'm not gonna make an excuse why I won't be able to do it later on, because I've been messing with it trying to figure it out, and I think I figured it out, so stay tuned for that. For now, please be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below. Please do all those things because it helps me out great. What's next to come is Dragon Ball news. I believe there's Dragon Ball news coming up this weekend, so look out for that. It's going to be on Fighters and also Xenoverse 2. I believe they may be announcing the date for the upcoming DLC or showing off the characters they have so far, or changes. I hope there's changes in Xenoverse, because lately I've been feeling like I haven't really want to play the game, like, because certain things going on and etc. It's kind of running dry for me. So with them doing things and changing things, hopefully it will keep me around. But if not, it is what it is. I may just stick to Shinobi Strikers or whatever game I play, Fighters, etc. Because Xenoverse is hurting, man. They need to do something. But for now, this is going to be the end of the video. If you like anything you've seen, also, please be sure to follow me on social media. I'm always on there. I have a Facebook, I have a Twitter, and soon enough I'll probably have an Instagram. I don't know yet. We'll get into that later. But this has been Saio. Peace out. Be sure to like, comment. Peace!